Hello everyone, hope you all are doing fine. This is Gautam from Shailaja IAS. This is another video of Mains in Minutes where we are going to discuss on the recent events from your civil service examination perspective. As you all can see, this video is about the personality rights. Okay, this video is about personality rights. This is a news article which I have picked out from your BBC. Recently also your Delhi High Court provided relief for your Aishwarya Rai and Abhishek Bachchan by upholding their personality rights. We'll try and understand what is this personality rights, what does it entail, what are the necessity of having a personality rights, and what are the challenges in your current Indian legal framework, and what can be the way forward, right? Okay. I thought the photo is going to be catchy. Anyway, a beautiful woman. Let's get into the academics part of it. Right. As I told you, Delhi High Court has restrained various websites and platforms from violating the publicity and the personality rights of Aishwarya Rai and Abhishek Bachchan and even Karan Johar. Recently, even Nagarjuna was also provided relief, whereby it passed an order in favor of an actor which prevents other websites or social media platforms from impersonating or violating the publicity and the personality rights of those actors. Okay. This is not the first time. In fact, the first case was in 2002 when your singer Daler Mehendi filed a case in the Delhi High Court saying that a particular company is manufacturing dolls which impersonates him, which is having a similarity to him without his own consent. And they are commercially exploiting his image. Okay, whatever that Punjabi doll was made, Daler Mehendi said that it reflects his own image, the turban, the fat, the face and all. And they said that it's a violation of publicity rights. Okay. Delhi High Court upheld the order, upheld the petition and restrained the manufacturer of those toys from, you can say, continuing to manufacture those toys. Right. From 2002 onwards, several actors have filed cases in high courts and they were able to get relief. They were able to get protection for their own, you can say, personality rights. Your Amitabh Bachchan is one of the actor who has secured his personality rights, who has secured his trademarks. Recently, 1 or 2 years back, Anil Kapoor, okay, he has, you can say, trademarked his particular trade or particular catchphrase of Jackass. Okay, Jackass, I think, is awesome in Marathi, and he's known, his persona is in that particular catchphrase, and he has trademarked that particular catchphrase under your publicity or personality rights, saying that others cannot use that without his permission. Right. So, what does it? It has prohibited, okay, from others from misusing the images, names, voices, acronyms or like your catchphrases, likeliness, or any other attributes which are uniquely identifiable with them. Okay, for example, the Shah Rukh Khan's and opening style, that can also be, under your personality rights, which can be protected by him, right? Which can be protected by the court. Okay. So what is personality rights itself? They're also called as publicity rights. In other parts of the world, they are considered as publicity rights. It refers to the person's right to benefit commercially or otherwise from their own identity or their persona. Okay, so each person has their own identity or persona. For example, Anil Kapoor, the way he is going to use the Jackass, Amitabh Bachchan's voice, your Shah Rukh Khan's trademark and opening style. So each person has their own unique identity and persona, and this publicity rights or personal rights will enable the person to benefit commercially or otherwise from it, right? And this can include your name, your image, your voice, your mannerisms, or even a catchphrase or a gesture that's unique to them. That's how they have built their brand. And such publicity rights or personality rights is going to protect those things. Right? So it protects a person's identity from being misused or commercially exploited. And it stays within that particular individual itself. What is the advantage of this? The celebrity can profit their fame by either endorsing a product for a fee, or they can prevent others from misusing their, you can say, images. In India, it's not very strictly enforceable. Every, you can say, saloon, you can see an image of a Shah Rukh Khan or an Amitabh Bachchan. Several t-shirt companies are going to, you can say, imprint the images of your celebrities and they're going to print it. That's not the case with regard to your other countries. Like in USA, Germany, France, Denmark, it's such kind of rights are strictly enforced and it prevents the companies from misusing the brands. Okay. In fact, this issue is not only limited to India. Okay. Now, even in US, your OpenAI, your ChatGPT had used certain voice for its new model, and your actress Scarlett Johansson had filed a case in the US court alleging that they have misused their own voice for the GPT models. Okay, so it's not only limited to this. You can say it's an international phenomenon. Primarily, the celebrities are trying to protect their own identity or own brands from being commercially misused by others. I hope you have got an idea about this. Okay. In India, it is not codified under any particular law. In US, there is a specific law. In France, there is a specific law. In Germany, there is a specific law which clearly tells what entails its publicity rights, what are the penal provisions for it, and other things. But in India, we don't have a single statute. Rather, it is all grounded in your common law doctrines like your privacy laws, your defamation laws, your IPR laws, and other things. Your Trademarks Act of 1999 permits individuals, particularly celebrities, to register distinctive attributes of their persona such as their names, signature, or even a catchphrase as your trademarks. So your Trademark Act is going to enable these individuals to protect all these personal traits. We don't have a separate single legislation, right? On the other hand, your courts have passed several orders which have set a precedent for enforcement of your personality rights, right? Like we have seen in 2002 Dalai Mehndi case, we have seen in the instances of Amitabh Bachchan, Anil Kapoor, and several other celebrities. Okay, so courts have passed an order in favor of upholding your personality rights. Again, a quick revision. Why do we need it? First and foremost thing is control over your own identity. Okay, whatever is my own persona, I am going to have the control over it if your personality rights are clearly framed and clearly, you can say, enforced. Second thing, it's of economic value. I can commercially exploit my own persona by the charging a fee, right? Or it is also going to prevent unnecessary exploitation of my own brand for other purposes, right? And finally, it's not only a celebrity-oriented legislation. In the current social media platform, where creation of deep fake images, creation of fake videos or fake voice notes, with the, you can say, spread of technology making it very simpler, even a common man can tarnish or can misuse whatever images is available online or otherwise to defame an individual. Okay, so several you can say people are now, you can say, misusing it to a great extent, whereby if they want to take a revenge on their ex-girlfriend or generally, okay, they are going to morph the video, create a AI generated video. This revenge pornography is also on the rise because of all this advancement in your AI technologies. Okay, so if you are having personality rights, it is not only going to benefit your celebrities, it is also going to protect your ordinary citizens because they will be having the control of their own body, their own voice, their own image, right? So don't think personality rights is only limited or only applicable to the influential people or celebrities. No, it's also equally necessary for an ordinary citizen to protect their body, to protect their image, to protect their voice in this social media era where your AI generation tools are easily accessible, okay, where dissemination of information is viral in a easy manner. Okay, what are the challenges in protecting your personality rights? First and foremost thing is we are having a fragmented legal framework where we don't have a unique specific legislations to protect it. Second important challenge is where do you draw a line with regard to personality rights and you can say freedom of speech and expression, because in your creative freedom, which is protected under Article 19 Clause 1 of your Constitution, people can impersonate other persons for your satire purposes, for your parody purposes, or even for your news reporting purposes. You all might have seen the Kapil Sharma show. okay, where your most iconic comedian Sunil Grover impersonates Salman Khan or other personalities. So there is and it's done in a more creative manner. So experts are of the opinion that if we draw a too strict a line enforcing your personality rights, it might infringe your creative freedoms, okay, which involves at times impersonation of other persons in a more satirical or a comedy or other purposes, right? So we have to balance these two rights with regard to personality rights and with regard to your creative freedom. And why it is another challenge with regard to protection of personality rights, your rapid advancement in your generative AI technologies. Okay. And other big challenges, even if we have those laws, even if we have those legislations, enforcement is going to be a challenge across multiple platforms. You are having so many social media platforms, difficult to enforce it technologically. And since the internet is also widespread, it is transnational in nature, it is again difficult to enforce whatever is the verdict, whatever is the legislations that we are having. Okay, so these are all some of the challenges that we have. Now, what can be the way forward? First and foremost thing, come up with a specific statute, specific law. Like in Germany, Japan, US, they're having a specific statutory law itself. In the state of Tennessee in US, the right of publicity is actually a descendable right. It is an inheritable right. In a sense, if there's a famous personality, whatever personality rights he was having, it's going to be transferred to their next generation. Okay, the similar kind of a right we don't have in India. I'll give you a contrasting example with regard to Elvis Presley and Sushant Singh Rajput. Elvis Presley is a brand name, and his brand name is still being monetized or commercialized. And the royalty of all these things is going to go to the family of Elvis Presley. In case of Sushant Singh Rajput, after his death, there was a huge news reporting. His father actually pleaded or filed a case in the court saying that the movie which he had done in the last moment should not be released because it is considered the violation of his privacy. However, the court dismissed it, saying that the publicity rights is only limited to an individual and cannot be passed on to others. Right? So that is the contrast that we are having. If we are having a standalone act, if there is a specific provision that includes all these things, then such kind of, you can say, issues can be resolved, right? And in Denmark, in June 2025, Denmark passed or it amended its copyright law so that every citizen has the right to their own face, voice, and body. Okay. So way forward, standalone act is first thing. Second thing is transparency and labeling. Any AI generated videos should clearly have a labeling and should clearly be transparent with regard to their policies so as to prevent misuse. The platform should be held more accountable with regard to whatever tools they are providing it on the internet. And there has to be a rehabilitative or victim support mechanisms. So all these things can be provided in the standalone act itself or a separate act itself. Okay. And lastly, but not least, corporates who are trying to use this, you can say, this personas of celebrities should be very responsible with regard to impersonating it. Right? I think recently your Make My Trip video, they rolled out an advertisement who are not actual celebrities, but they mimicked the celebrities. Okay, so corporates also have to be, you can say, socially responsible or ethically more cautious with regard to using the personality traits of other celebrities. Okay, and lastly, we as a consumers need to be more digital literate. We need to be fact checking whatever you are consuming on digital platforms, and we need to be more aware about the advancements in the technologies, right? And what are the pitfalls that are associated with it. We should not take whatever we are seeing on the social media as the truth itself, right? So these are all some of the issues associated with your personality rights. If you have any doubt, you can drop a mail to this email ID or you can WhatsApp to me on this particular number. All the very best and thank you.